Welcome to the Moon Manifesting Podcast with Kyra Howearth. Hi, I'm Kyra, business astrologer, moon manifesting mama, author, teacher, and mentor. I teach you how to harness the energy of the moon, stars, and cosmos so you can manifest your dreams and discover a deeper purpose to your life. Hey there, and welcome back to the Moon Manifesting Podcast. My name is Kyra, and today I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you can manifest with the new moon in Leo. So the new moon in Leo is today, if you're listening to this on the day that I'm releasing this podcast. The new moon in Leo is occurring on the 16th of August 2023 at 7:38 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you're in the UK, that is at 10:38 British Summer Time. And if you're in America, that is at 5:38 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So yeah, 16th of August is where it's happening. No matter where you are in the world, this is the day of the new moon in Leo. So in today's episode, I'm going to be going through exactly what's coming up with this new moon energy. We're going to be talking a bit about new moon in Leos in a general sense, and then diving into the astrological weather that's happening with this new moon happening in 2023, and yeah, how to work with this energy. I'm really excited for it. And I'm going to be doing a card reading as well towards the end. So yeah, if you'd like a bit of a tarot reading, some guidance from the cards, then make sure you listen right to the end for all your new moon guidance. All right, so new moons in general are a time of new beginnings. It's a time of starting new things. So when we're looking at a new moon in Leo, we're looking at this Leo energy, which can have a lot to do with our inner child. It can be to do with our creativity, our fun, and our play, as well as for building more confidence, courage, and for finding more inspiration. So that is on a very general level what a new moon in Leo is all about. So on a real basic level, it's a new beginning, maybe to do with your inner child, maybe to do with creative projects, maybe to do with feeling more confident and courageous, right? So have a feel into maybe what's coming up for you with this new moon. I always want to suggest that like whenever we're talking about new moons or full moons, and you get astrologers like me and they might be telling this is what you're going to be feeling this new moon. But I kind of want to challenge this and say to you to feel what's coming up for you. It's always about what's personally coming up for you. There are so many different ways that the energies can be expressed. So for example, a new moon in Leo, someone might look at this and feel like, oh, it's to do with my inner child. Whereas someone else might look at it and think, oh, I'm going to start that new creative project that I've wanted to be working on. So yeah, find your own personal meaning. I really just want to put that out there. So this new moon in Leo, going into the specifics of what to expect on the 16th of August 2023, this new moon is occurring at approximately 23 degrees and 17 minutes in Leo. So what I always suggest that you do for any new or full moon or any other astrological event is to find out where this is happening on your natal chart. So if you don't already have a natal chart, you can get one for free. There are so many different websites where you can pull up a free chart for yourself. You can do this at astro.com or astro-charts.com, or just Google it. Google free natal charts. You will find different websites where you can just pull up a free chart. You basically just need your date, location, and if you know it, your time of birth. And if you don't know your time of birth, you can kind of, have a stab at it, have a bit of a guess, or failing that, just leave it blank. Often the software will have an option if you don't know your time of birth, and they can still pull up a chart for you. So what you'll find when you pull up your natal chart is you want to be looking for Leo. So Leo in astrology, it kind of looks like a circle, and it kind of has like a tail thing happening on it. So you want to find Leo wherever Leo is on your chart. And first up, you'll want to find what house is Leo in on your chart, looking specifically for 23 degrees Leo, because you may have Leo going through a few different houses. So looking for where specifically 23 degrees Leo is on your chart. And that's going to tell you exactly what area of your life this new moon is falling in on your chart. The houses, we'll go through exactly what all the 12 houses mean shortly. But the other thing that you'll want to be looking at on your natal chart is, are there any planets that are around 23 degrees Leo? Are there any planets that may be quite aligned with this new moon? Maybe you have other planets that are in other zodiac signs, but they fall at around 23 degrees as well. These planets, these energies may also be ignited by this new moon. So checking out what's happening in your own natal chart is honestly one of the most powerful things that you can do on a new moon to figure out exactly what's coming up for you. So let's have a chat about the different houses and what that means. And then we'll go into the specifics of what's coming up with this new moon on a collective sense. So this new moon, if it's falling in your first house, then it's bringing a new beginning with your identity, with your appearance. It might be a time when you start to feel more confident about your appearance. Or maybe you feel like you need to freshen up something about your appearance, get a haircut or dye your hair or something like that. It's all about how you present yourself to the world. If this new moon is falling in your second house, the energy of the second house is all about relationships and money and your goals and desires. So you may be focusing on the tangible things that you want to manifest into your life. If this new moon is falling in your third house, the third house is to do with communication and networking. So you may be feeling like you need a fresh start with how you're connecting with other people. Maybe you want to start connecting with more people, start networking, start going to different events or places or other areas where you can connect with more people. And you may also feel like you need a fresh beginning with your communication, maybe a fresh beginning with your social media or how you're communicating with people in different ways. If this new moon is falling in your fourth house, the fourth house is all to do with your home, family, and sense of security. So you may be feeling quite withdrawn and inward during this new moon as you turn your attention towards your personal life. You may feel like you want to do things around the home and stay at home rather than going out and about and doing things. If this new moon falls in your fifth house, the fifth house is to do with fun and creativity and play. So this new moon might make a new beginning in your life for how you do find more fun and create time for play. It might give you a chance to connect with children in your life or your own inner child. The fifth house is also ruled by Leo. So if this is you and this new moon is falling in your fifth house, then you'll definitely be feeling that double whammy of the inner child work as well as finding fun, play, and creativity in your life. If this new moon falls in your sixth house, the sixth house is all to do with your health and your daily routines. So this new moon might bring a fresh start to how you do things on a daily basis, to your routine, to your schedule. This may also bring about an overhaul for your health and fitness. Maybe your health goals will come into your front and center for this new moon. You might be focusing on how you can get healthier or increase your fitness or that sort of thing. If this new moon falls in your seventh house, this is all to do with relationships and how you give and receive support. So this could be a really good time to manifest new relationships, and that doesn't just mean romantic relationships. It might be like one-on-one relationships with friends. It might be one-on-one relationships to do with your business. It could be any sort of relationships with your kids, with your parents, with whoever, right? And like thinking about the support aspect as well, if this new moon is in your seventh house, thinking about how you can support others, or maybe where you need support, maybe where you need to ask for support so you can receive that support in whatever area of your life that you're needing that bit of support with. If this new moon is falling in your 8th house, the 8th house is to do with shadow work and business. So this could be a really good new moon for you to face your fears. When you face your fears, it allows your courage to come through, which is one of the themes of the new moon in Leo. So if this full moon is in your 8th house, it might be a really good time for you to actually reflect on the things that are keeping you stuck, the things that are holding you back, to confront your shadows so that you can move forward in this moon cycle feeling more confident and courageous. The 8th house is also to do with your business and making money, so that could also be a theme that you want to explore if this new moon is in your 8th house. If this new moon in Leo is falling in your 9th house on your natal chart, this area of the chart is all to do with education and exploration. So this might be a good new moon for you to think about new courses that you want to take. Maybe you want to start studying, or maybe there's something that you want to learn more about through books, through courses, through workshops, or however you want to learn. And also exploration, maybe thinking about the places that you want to travel to or the different things that you want to explore in the world around you. If this new moon is in your 10th house, the 10th house is all to do with your career and visibility. So this new moon might help you step into your career path. You might set new intentions and goals to do with your career. It also might encourage you to become a bit more visible. The Leo energy is, all about confidence. So this energy might help you feel a bit more confident, to shine your light, to become more visible, to be more seen in the world around you. If this new moon is falling in your 11th house, the 11th house is all to do with your community and your friendships. So this could bring a new beginning for how you connect with the wider community, for how you connect with friendship groups. This is more like how you connect with groups of people rather than how you connect with friends in that one-on-one sort of setting. That's more like the 7th house energy. So if this new moon is in your 11th house, it's more to do with finding groups of people who are like-minded, groups of people who you can connect with, getting involved with your community. These are the things for you to be doing on this new moon. And then if this new moon is in your 12th house, lucky you, this is the perfect time for you to rest and to reflect on your deeper purpose. This is a really good new moon for you to actually just take a step back and to reflect on how far you've come over the past 12 months, to reflect on your deeper purpose in life. Is there anything that's feeling out of alignment with your deeper purpose? This new moon can help you maybe shift your intentions, your vibrations, everything, so that it is more aligned with the bigger picture, with the deeper purpose to your life and what you're doing. Okay, so let's talk about how this new moon in Leo on the 16th of August is going to affect us as a collective. Before I dive into this though, I'd like to also just let you know about something super exciting that's happening this new moon in Leo. This is when the portal is opening. The portal is my 6-month manifestation mentoring group journey. We are going to be journeying together over this next 6 months ahead to manifest your biggest dreams and goals. I'm so excited by the potential of what this could bring for you when you work with me, where I can support you and guide you and give you accountability so that you can actually manifest your goals. This brings together a couple of the missing pieces that I often see in people's manifestation journeys. I see so many people using new moons to set intentions and goals, but they lack the follow through because they don't have the accountability. They don't have friends and mentors to check in with them to say, hey, how are you going with your goals? They don't have support. If they told their goals to people around them, they'd probably be laughed at, or they wouldn't feel comfortable or safe to even share their goals. So this is where the portal really fits in and is the missing piece for your manifestation journey, because we come together as a group every new and full moon over the next 6 months. I give you my spiritual guidance, I give you support, I give you accountability, I show you the exact manifestation processes that I have used to manifest amazing things in my life over the past 7 or 8 years since I started on my own personal manifestation journey. And I will be guiding you the entire way throughout the portal over the next 6 months. I'm really, really excited about this. If you feel this in your heart that this is something that you need, you're ready to step into the next chapter of your life and you really need someone to support you along the way, I am here to support you every single step of the way. You can join by clicking the link in the show notes below or go to kyrahowearth.com.au/portal, or just send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever else we're connected. You can send me an email. Yeah, get in contact somehow and I can tell you all the details about joining the portal. Okay, so let's dive into what's coming up for the collective this new moon. I'm going to be talking a bit about the astrology and then I'm going to be doing a card reading as well. Woohoo! Okay, so this new moon in Leo, as I mentioned before, it's occurring at 23 degrees and 17 minutes in Leo. So this new moons are when the moon is conjunct to the sun, when it aligns to the exact degree the sun is at. That's what causes a new moon, right? So we've got both the sun and moon aligned at 23 degrees Leo. And we've also got Venus, which is still in retrograde, about 18 degrees Leo. So it's a little bit further away from the sun and moon, but it's still quite close enough that I feel we're going to be feeling the effects of Venus retrograde through this new moon as well. So we talked about a new moon being new beginnings. With Venus retrograde, hanging out close by this new moon, I feel like this new moon energy, these new beginnings, could really be to do with our relationships or with our finances, Venus being the ruler of like things like love and relationships, as well as like money and finances and goals and desires. So there's going to be this new beginning happening within this area of your life, but also looking specifically like the house that this new moon is falling in, because that's going to give you more clues about exactly like what sort of relationships this new moon is about, or what sort of goals, or like the money issue, like where's that kind of coming from with this new moon. The answers are all on your natal chart, okay? So what else is happening astrologically? This new moon is also trine, so it's making a harmonious angle to the north node of future destiny and Chiron, the asteroid of healing. So I feel like there's a lot of healing energy that can be tapped into with this new moon, and there's a lot of growth that can happen with this new moon too. The north node of future destiny is often where we grow, where we are pushed out of our comfort zone and we are challenged, right? It's not always easy. And right now, as the north node is quite close to Chiron, we're probably already feeling maybe like some healing challenges, or where we're being pushed out of our comfort zone within our healing journey. But this energy is really coming into play with this new moon. But I feel like the intentions that we set, the new beginnings that we are creating in our life with this new moon energy, are really flowing harmoniously with this healing and this growth that we're experiencing. And the other thing that's happening with this new moon energy is that the new moon is square Uranus in Taurus. So when this happens, it means that we're really being challenged by our rebellious nature. So when we set our new moon intentions and goals under this new moon in Leo, the thing that may challenge us is that we may feel like we have to do things differently, like we have to wipe everything and start again from scratch. And I really want to, remind you that you don't always have to do that. You may like self-sabotage yourself with this new moon, with your goals and intentions that you're setting. Because of this Uranus square, we may feel like we have to, do something brand new, that we have to think outside the box. But really, we probably already have all the tools and everything that we need right in front of us. So what I really want to reinforce with this new moon is don't feel like you have to do things differently. Don't feel like you have to start all over again. Why don't you just reuse what you've already started? Why don't you continue with the things that you've already started previously? Or if it's not working, can you pivot? And this new moon energy, you may be challenged to change things up, but you don't have to start completely afresh. Alrighty, let's grab out the cards. Before I pull out my tarot cards, I'm also going to pull out my moon manifestation, my moon manifesting affirmation deck, and pull out the card for the new moon in Leo. Alrighty, so the new moon in Leo card, if you're watching on video, you'll be able to see this on the screen. So the new moon in Leo, the affirmation with this card is, I move forward with confidence and creativity. I move forward with confidence and creativity. That's just perfect for this this new moon energy. Thinking about how you can move forward feeling confident and bringing creativity into it. Yeah, so that's the moon manifesting affirmation deck. I'm going to pull out my moon manifesting tarot cards now, and we'll give them a shuffle and we'll see what cards come out. I have 3 different prompts here that I'm going to be pulling cards for. So hopefully, yeah, you'll find something that resonates with you in this reading. And yeah, take what doesn't resonate with you. Obviously, yeah, the messages that are meant for you will come through to you. Alrighty, so the first card I'm going to pull is how to find new inspiration. So we're talking about this new moon in Leo, and it is a really beautiful time to tap into creative inspiration. But how? How can we as a collective tap into that inspiration? How can we find that new inspiration with this new moon energy? And the card I have pulled is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So what this card symbolizes is, in terms of finding new inspiration, it's all about bringing things into balance. So where are you giving too much? Where are you like maybe giving too much of your resources, maybe spending too much of your money without receiving in return? There's something that's out of balance there to do with either your physical resources, or it can also be to do with your health. Pentacles can be to do with our physical body. So maybe we're giving too much. Maybe we are working our bodies too hard. Maybe, you know, you're going to the gym every day, but you're not having rest days. That's kind of what's coming through. That's the message I'm channeling here with this card. So hopefully whoever needs to hear this is hearing this. You need to take more rest. You need to make sure that, like, you think about your body as like a bank account, right? And if every time you exercise, you know, you're kind of losing a bit of that bank account, you're spending money, right? But the more you rest, you're kind of building up your savings again. So you're finding a bit of balance between like how much you're giving, how much energy you're expending, and then how much energy you're recharging. And you can also find that with like literal money as well. Like that's the other meaning to do with this card. So hopefully that can give you a bit of inspiration there. All right, so the second card I'm going to pull is, the prompt I've got here is how to reconnect with and heal your inner child. Oh, I love this. This is so divine for this new moon in Leo energy. Let's see what card we'll pull out. All about healing and reconnecting with our inner child. Okay. Ooh, okay. We've got the Tower. Kaboom. The Tower. Okay, so the Tower. Wow. All right. I wasn't expecting to pull that one. How can we reconnect with and heal our inner child? And the card is the Tower. The Tower is all about like boom, transformation. It's all about clearing the slate, like really getting rid of everything and going back to basics. And so I feel like if there's stuff that you're holding onto from your childhood, whether this is physical stuff, or maybe this is like emotional trauma, or maybe there's something else that you're holding onto since you were a child. Like maybe even just taking a moment now to think back, like when you were a child, and maybe you were 5, maybe you were 10, maybe you were 2, you're thinking back to any particular age that comes to your mind. And once you've got that visualization of yourself at that particular age, what is the thing that you're holding on to? What is the thing that's come up for you? And maybe there's something that you're holding on to there. It might be emotions that maybe you're feeling it somewhere in your physical body now. Maybe there is actually something that you've been holding on to physically, all this time, and maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe you're holding on to something and it's time to let it go. Like, it's okay to hold on to things for a bit of a nostalgia and things, but sometimes we hoard things and it actually blocks our energy. So I'm wondering if this Tower card is more like a kaboom on a physical sense. There's something here about transforming and like completely like wiping the slate clean so that you can find the truth of what's really going on for your inner child. I feel like maybe there's baggage in the way that's kind of blocking you from accessing what your inner child is really trying to come through with. Feel into that, and maybe something resonates with you there about your inner child. Okay, so our final card, our third and final card for our collective tarot reading for this new moon in Leo. The prompt that I've got here is, what obstacle to overcome with your new moon intentions? What obstacle to overcome with your new moon intentions? Let's see what card comes up. What obstacle to overcome? Because sometimes our new moon intentions, it's not always smooth sailing. There's often something that comes up, some sort of challenge, some sort of obstacle. We're going to see what that is today. Okay, so we've got Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is all about new ideas and new inspiration. So I feel like the obstacle that's coming up with these new moon intentions is that maybe you have too many ideas, too much inspiration. Maybe you're having trouble picking that one intention that you really want to follow through with. Maybe you've got too many intentions coming up and you're like trying to juggle too many balls at once. And I feel like this can be an obstacle. Trust me, I'm a Gemini. I know from experience, because I juggle all the things and it is really overwhelming. And so I feel like this can be a real hindrance at times, because when you're trying to do too many things, you're spreading your energy really thin. And so it's often better to just come back to having like one main goal, one main intention. And maybe there can be a few other things on the side. But if you just kind of bring your energy into one thing and focus on one thing at a time, I feel like that is probably what's going on with this Ace of Pentacles. Ace being like one, I feel like we need to come back to just one idea rather than spreading your energy too thin, trying to do all the things under this new moon energy. The new moon in Leo, it can be like really energizing, right? And really inspirational. We get like all the creative juices flowing, which is amazing, which is great. But just pick one thing to really go all in with. As a fire sign, like the energy of Leo can really get us excited and motivated to do things, but often, that fire can fizzle out a bit, right? So I feel it's much more better in terms of manifesting if we just cut out the overwhelm and focus on one thing. Let me know if that resonates with you. I would love to know what resonates with you from today's reading. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram at kyrahowearth.official, or send me an email. You can even go into the show notes below and pop a comment as well. If you click through to my blog post, where I write up a bit of a summary for each of the podcasts, you will also find that there's function there to leave a comment. I would love to know. I'd love to know what resonates with you from the reading, maybe what resonated with you from the astrology of this new moon. I'd love to know what's coming up for you with this new moon in Leo. So don't forget, the portal is open. That is the portal, which is my 6-month manifestation mentoring group program. I'm calling in a group of mamas who are really ready to step into the next chapter of their lives, who want more freedom, fun, and flexibility to manifest their dreams, because life doesn't have to be boring. You don't have to stay stuck at the level where you're at. I believe in you, and I believe in your potential to manifest your biggest dreams, and that's what we're going to be doing inside the portal. You'll find the link to join the portal below in the show notes or at kyrahowearth.com.au/portal. Alrighty, we'll chat soon in the next episode of the Moon Manifesting Podcast. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you soon. Thank you for listening to the Moon Manifesting Podcast. If you're wanting more moon magic, check out my book, Moon Manifesting. Download your free Moon Manifesting calendar or connect with me on social media. You can do all of that at kyrahowearth.com.au. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you in the next episode.